Hey there, fellow code enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we bring useful tech info and coding lessons through CodeXDev. Welcome to a journey where we embrace the art of efficient coding. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button so that will help me to create more videos for you. And the links to the previous videos are in the description. Below, feel free to watch them and leave a comment there. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Visual Studio Code, a tool that can transform your coding experience. Visual Studio, developed by Microsoft, was first introduced in 1997. Since then, is a widely used integrated development environment, IDE, for creating applications across desktop, web, mobile, and cloud platforms. According to recent statistics, 27% of professional developers use Visual Studio regularly, especially for enterprise-level projects, complex debugging, and Microsoft Stack development. 74% of developers use Visual Studio Code, VSCode, its lightweight counterpart, known for versatility across various programming languages and frameworks. Visual Studio remains especially popular among enterprise and team-based projects that require advanced tools like IntelliSense, real-time collaboration with live share, and strong Git integration. Its deep integration with Azure and support for .NET makes Visual Studio a dominant choice for large-scale projects and enterprises. It's not just about writing code, it's about writing it efficiently and effectively. Mastering Visual Studio Code can make you a more proficient coder. We'll start by setting up your workspace. A well-organized environment is the first step to productive coding. From themes to extensions, we'll cover it all. Imagine the satisfaction of a perfectly configured workspace. Get ready to boost your coding game and celebrate those small victories. Next, we'll delve into the basics of workspace setup. This includes arranging your desktop, opening Visual Studio Code, and configuring your settings for optimal performance. Once your workspace is set, we'll move on to code editing. Learn how to use the integrated terminal and discover tips and tricks to maximize your productivity. But that's not all. We'll explore the power of AI tools to assist in coding, integrate version control with Git, and dive into advanced debugging techniques. By the end of this guide, you'll be well equipped to write better code, faster, and with more confidence. Efficiency will become second nature. This guide is designed for everyone. Whether you're just starting out or have years of experience, there's something valuable here for you. From beginners to seasoned pros, we all have room to grow. Join us in this collaborative learning experience. So, let's fire up Visual Studio Code and embark on this exciting journey together. Prepare to unlock new levels of coding efficiency. Get ready to become a coding ninja. With the skills you'll gain, you'll tackle coding challenges with confidence and finesse. First things first, let's set up your workspace. A well-organized and comfortable workspace can significantly boost your productivity and creativity. Make sure you have a good chair, a spacious desk, and proper lighting. Multiple monitors can also help you manage your tasks more efficiently. Open Visual Studio Code and navigate to the Explorer view using the icon on the left sidebar. Visual Studio Code is a powerful and versatile code editor that supports various programming languages and tools. Click Open Folder or use shortcut, in my case Ctrl+O, and choose a directory where your project will live. Highlight that folder and click Open. This is your workspace. On the left-hand corner, you will see the name. Organizing your files and folders properly will help you keep track of your code and resources. Now let's see the far left activity bar. The first is the Explore icon to see your files and folders. Below is the magnifying glass to search, then Source Control, Git for GitHub, Debug It for breakpoints and other, and Extensions Marketplace to add features. Go to view the You Can See command palette to create new file. You can do this by clicking the New File icon in the Explorer view or CMD+N, bottom right-hand corner. It says plain text. Naming your files appropriately will help you and others understand the purpose of each file. This is where we'll write our JavaScript code. As soon as I type, it knows I am using JavaScript, then I start writing IntelliSense kick in, and it will predict, like it's reading my mind. VS Code's workspace offers the utmost flexibility in terms of personal adjustments. If its layout options are used well, one will have a coding environment that maximizes productivity while minimizing visual distractions. Using VS Code, you can work on many documents simultaneously by dividing your editor into various sectors. To divide your editor, follow these steps. To split the editor, click the Split Editor button in the upper right corner of the Editor tab. This icon is a square divided in half vertically, that is, two rectangles placed side by side. Your existing editor will then be divided into two vertical parts. Using the keyboard shortcut, to move the editor to another location, press Ctrl plus K and then one of the arrow keys, left, right, up, down. To navigate between sectors, click the sector you are interested in or focus on the areas with Ctrl plus 1, Ctrl plus 2, etc. to jump from one to another, in accordance with the order of split panes from left to right. You can repeat the split process in any of the existing sectors to create more sectors. It is very beneficial in situations like these when codes are being compared, debugged, or checked for alterations. You can immerse yourself in your code by getting rid of distractions through Zen mode. It is a full-screen mode that hides the activity bar, sidebar, and panel so that one can only concentrate on their coding. You can activate this feature on Windows by pressing Ctrl plus K plus Z on your keyboard, or CMD plus K plus Z on macOS, and exit by pressing SC twice. Toggle Zen mode by clicking View Appearance, Zen mode menu. Now you're ready to start coding. With your environment set up, you can begin exploring the endless possibilities of coding. Happy coding! Visual Studio Code comes packed with features to make coding easier. One of the coolest is IntelliSense. IntelliSense is a powerful tool that gives suggestions to your code and quick fixes. It's like having a coding buddy who finishes your sentences. As you type, IntelliSense suggests code completions, parameters, and even provides documentation. This is IntelliSense, its smart completion, rise and shine. Press CMD plus S to save the file. After changes, you have to change, otherwise you will see a dot here. Another essential feature is code formatting. Well-formatted code is easier to read and understand. Visual Studio Code can format your code automatically. You can go to autosave, then it will save automatically, or with setting you can select like save on refresh, save on after seconds with code formatters like Prettier. You can even set it to format on save. No more messy code. Visual Studio Code also has autosave. This amazing feature saves your work automatically. No more lost code. To enable autosave, go to File, Autosave. It's a lifesaver. The integrated terminal is your best friend. It lets you run commands without leaving Visual Studio Code. To open it, go to View Terminal. You can also use the shortcut Ctrl plus J. Press F5 to execute, type npm start, and hit enter. Boom, your application is now running. Want to multitask? Split your terminal. Click the split icon in the terminal panel. Now you can run multiple commands side by side. This is super handy for running your application and monitoring logs simultaneously. Section 5, Boosting Productivity. Let's supercharge your workflow. The command palette is your secret weapon. Access it with Ctrl plus Shift plus P. From there, you can access any command or setting in Visual Studio Code. It's incredibly powerful. Need to open a file quickly? Use the Go to File feature. Press Ctrl plus P and start typing the file name. Visual Studio Code will show you matching files. Select the one you want and you're good to go. Multi-cursor editing is a game changer. Select multiple lines of code. Then press Alt plus click to add multiple cursors. Now you can edit all selections simultaneously. It's a huge time saver. Section 6, Personalizing your editor. Make Visual Studio Code your own. Customize the look and feel with themes. Go to File, Preferences, Color Theme or Open Command Palette, and look for Color Theme. Choose a theme that suits your style. If you didn't see what you're looking for, click Install Additional Color Themes. There are tons of options, which you can install on VSCode. You can also customize the editor settings and file icon themes also. Those you will see on left side in File Explorer. Open Command Palette and look for icon themes. Want to change the font size or indent spacing? No problem. Go to File, Preferences, Settings. Explore the options and tweak them to your liking. Remember auto formatting? You can customize that too. Set your preferred formatting rules and even format code on paste. This ensures consistency across your code base. Section 7, AI to the rescue. GitHub Copilot and Tabnine. Let's talk AI. But don't ask AI to do the complete coding. Use it as assistance to your project. AI is meant to be assistance, not a replacement for you. GitHub Copilot is an AI-powered code completion tool. It suggests code as you type, like a super smart coding buddy. It can even generate entire functions based on your comments. Tabnine is another fantastic AI code completion tool. It learns from your coding style and provides personalized suggestions. Both GitHub Copilot and Tabnine can significantly speed up your coding. These tools are game changers. They can help you write better code faster. They can even teach you new things. Explore them and see how they can boost your coding efficiency. Section 8. Version control with Git safeguarding your code. Version control is essential for every developer. Managing code modifications, working together with others, and going back to previous conditions can't be done without version control. VSCode supports Git, so that your projects will be effectively managed without any problems. Git is a popular version control system that tracks changes to your code. Visual Studio Code has excellent Git integration. While VS Code's built-in Git integration is robust, additional extensions can enhance your version control experience. GitLens supercharges the Git capabilities in VS Code, providing features like information on code authorship, comparison of commits, annotations of blame, and file history. The source control view shows your changes. Hit the source control icon in the activity bar or press Ctrl plus Shift plus G to enter the source control view. If you have opened a project folder in VS Code, the source control view also contains an option to initialize a repository, which can be used to create a new Git repository inside the active project folder. You can stage, commit, and push your changes directly from Visual Studio Code. You can also create and switch branches. Git is a powerful tool. It allows you to track your progress, experiment with new features, and easily revert to previous versions of your code. Mastering Git is crucial for collaboration and efficient development. Section 9. Debugging like a pro. Debugging is an essential part of debugger add-ons can improve the use of debugging features in your development environment. These days, the most popular debug add-on is JavaScript Debugger, which is mostly preferred by web developers. With this extension in place to augment your coding capabilities, debugging JavaScript can be twice as good, and it will be less difficult when debugging client-side and server-based codes. Visual Studio Code comes with a powerful debugger. To open the Run and Debug views, click on the debug icon that appears on the activity bar or press Ctrl plus Shift plus D. To start debugging, click on the Run button or press F5. If you have already set the configuration, it will start accordingly. However, if not, you might need to create a launch configuration. You can set breakpoints, step through your code, and inspect variables. To set a breakpoint, click in the gutter next to the line number. Then, run your code in debug mode. The debugger will pause execution at your breakpoint. You can then inspect variables, step through your code, or continue execution. The debug console is your friend. It displays valuable information during debugging. You can use it to evaluate expressions, inspect variables, and interact with your code in real time. Extensions play a vital role in changing the VS Code to make it a competitive and tailored place for people to develop. Just by picking and managing or removing extensions' chaotic flow, you can gain a huge productivity advantage. Whatever your dev needs, there are VS Code extensions for just about everything. Some main categories of add-ons you may require include: you've learned a ton about boosting your coding efficiency in Visual Studio Code, but the learning doesn't stop here. Prettier is a rigid code formatter that makes sure that it maintains uniform styles over your code base. For example, it ensures that there is no difference in tabs and spaces used for indentation. It unifies the usages of single or double quotes, wraps long lines automatically to avoid reading challenges, and can insert or remove semicolons optionally. Prettier takes care of the formatting so you can spend more time writing code and less time maintaining clean syntax. To use Prettier for document formatting in Visual Studio Code, VS Code, open your VS Code settings. Search for Default Formatter and set Prettier Code Formatter as the default. For manual formatting, right-click inside the editor, select Format Document, or use the shortcut Shift plus Alt plus F ESLint, a linter for JavaScript code. It checks your code for syntax errors, possible bugs, and troublesome patterns are identified. Draft code is compared with guidelines for consistency, and you can set your own rules or those of the community-shared presets to automatically correct some violations in the style of code. For example, if you mess up your indentation or try to call a missing function out of nowhere instead of using let and not var, ESLint will warn you about this behavior by understanding that something is wrong while you are developing. In the development process, ESLint can catch early issues that can result in better and more reliable code. The code written with ESLint is usually free of errors and easier to understand. It is necessary to learn how to use this tool in the best way possible. Live Server is a simple development tool for those of you who want to see the changes made in your content directly on the browser. This means that if you make changes to your code and save it, the browser will automatically refresh itself using those updates. Changes are reflected immediately without manually refreshing the browser during the website development process to avoid manual refresh. Live Server makes your development effort quite delightful by providing a live preview of your project. To preview an HTML file via the Live Server of Visual Studio Code, first go to the folder where your HTML files are stored by selecting File. Open Folder from the top menu bar. Alternatively, click on the Go Live button, which is usually found at the bottom right corner of the status bar. Your web browser will then launch, showing you your HTML file. Any modification you make in the HTML or related CSS and JS will instantly be reflected in the browser. Prettier ESLint and Live Server can be combined to develop efficiently with code quality and consistency at high speed. Managing extensions. It is crucial to deal well with your extensions to maintain a fast development environment. To keep your collection light, only install the extensions you need. Temporarily disable unnecessary, unused ones to enhance performance. Update the current extension you have used to enjoy new features and patches accompanying potential security improvements. When you are facing issues, disable conflicting extensions to find the root cause. If you choose the right VSCode extensions and use them wisely, you can create a personalized and efficient development space that works best for you. Mastering shortcuts and key bindings. Quick ways of typing are the secret tools of effective programmers. Once you understand these types of things and use them in your programming, you may find yourself doing things much faster than before without moving around with the mouse so often. With this in mind, here are some key VS Code keyboard combinations that should be your first set of commands. Ctrl+P, open the command palette. Ctrl+Tab, switch between open editors. Ctrl+Shift+N, open a new file. Ctrl+W, close the active editor. Ctrl+F, find text in the current document. Ctrl+H, replace text in the current document. Ctrl+X, cut selected text. Ctrl+C, copy selected text. Ctrl+V, paste copied text. Ctrl+Z, undo. Ctrl+Y, redo. Keep in mind that only a few examples are listed here. VS Code contains numerous shortcuts that can be modified according to your taste. Here's a link to a resource with more shortcuts. Utilizing snippets for code efficiency. Pre-written code templates can greatly hasten your coding process. Snippets could also assist in other repetitive tasks and allow you to pay attention only to the main logic in your code. Pre-installed snippets. VS Code has supported snippets that are programmed into it for several programming languages. These snippets have standard code frameworks. This way, they save a lot of time and energy on your part. To access built-in snippets, type the keyword that pertains to the snippet you want. Based on your input, VS Code will provide suggestions for available options. Select the desired snippet and press Enter or Tab to add it to your code. As an illustration, typing and hitting Tab in HTML produces a basic structure for HTML, creating custom snippets. To create personal snippets for code patterns you often use, you should access Snippet Settings. Go to File, Preferences, User Snippets, or press Ctrl+Shift+P and type Preferences, Configure User Snippets. Select your preferred language or create a new snippet file by clicking on New Global Snippets File for all languages. And there you have it. By setting up an efficient VS Code workspace, leveraging extensions, and using AI-powered tools like GitHub Copilot and Tabnine, you can drastically improve your productivity. If you enjoyed these tips, make sure to subscribe to CodeXDev for more content. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want to learn about in VS Code or coding productivity in general. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.